gonna stop. To the top, to the top. Ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me. Go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary.
This race changes your life forever. This race is what every New Era Cup Series driver wants to win. This is Daytona, and this is the Great American Race. Welcome to the 5th annual Daytona 500 and the New Era Cup Series, the official kickoff for season number 5. Only one driver that has won the Daytona 500 in the past looks to go for his second. And that's Colin Denton, not in his usual number 34, but in his number 8. Julio Caesar finished second in the standings last year, won at Daytona in Season 2 in the 400-mile race. However, though, did not have the best time trial effort. However, though, he starts towards the front after finishing second. But on the pole, his first ever time starting in first, John Andrews in the 24. Hello everyone and welcome inside our broadcast booth. I am Murray Sakala. This has been an amazing race the past few years, and this has just been an amazing speed week we've had ever since Season 2 of the NOFSRL when we started it. It's been a very fast speed week, and we've had so many great races from the AT&T Summer Classic to the Monster Energy Duels, and history was even made with the New Era Cup Series' first attempt at single car qualifying for the Daytona 500. Like I said, we had so many exciting races, pack racing, 2 wide, 3 wide racing, and sometimes nearly 4 wide racing. I bring in my fellow commentator and fellow NOFSRL member, Napa fan in the booth. So Napa, what have you seen from the past few days of Speed Week in racing that we could definitely see in today's race?
One thing that really struck out at me in the dual races was the fact that you need help to make a pass on somebody. If you get out single file and the guy behind you is single file, then that guy behind you might have a difficult time getting around you. I saw that especially in the first dual event on Thursday, and I think we're going to see that here today as well. But the thing is, you want to be on that inside lane. It's going to be the preferred line here today at Daytona, and you got to have help to make a move on somebody else. But you don't want to be out there by yourself. You don't want to have a 5-car length lead. You want to be single file up front, but pretty close to the rest of the cars here in this pack at Daytona.
Recapping Speed Weeks here. Last week, the AT&T Summer Classic, 2 races, 1 race for the rookies and 1 race for the experienced drivers. In the first race of the AT&T Summer Classic for the rookies, that was won by Trey Wright on a last lap pass on Nathan Orman. And then for the experienced drivers in race number 2, Diego Yepes won that with help from 2 other Ford drivers, Derek Hamill and Zachary Fitzwater. Time trial qualifying on Sunday, single car qualifying. Nathan Orman was the fastest in round 1, but in round 2, John Andrews was the fastest, and that's all that mattered. Matt Tuck finished second, had a great qualifying effort, and because he is a part-timer, he locked himself in. Didn't matter where he finished on Thursday for the duels, he was in the show. Duel number 1 was a very exciting race as well. Only both races, actually, in general, had 1 caution. In Duel 1, Carter Friesen spun out and hit the outside wall, forced him to the back of the field, and we had a photo finish between Justin Knight and Julio Caesar, and Justin Knight got that done. And then in Duel number 2, for the first time in Monster Energy Duel history, we went to overtime following a 4-wide big one off of turn number 2 with only a few laps remaining. And in the end, that was won by Matthew Logan in the 31. We now bring in our pit reporter here, Alex Bonsignor, to give us a late-breaking story on pit road. Alex, what do you got for us?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on pit road here. A lot of guys getting ready for this big event. Pit stops are definitely going to be a key in this one. A lot of crew members are trying to talk in with a lot of their drivers to try and find drafting partners who are capable of risking it all to pit early. So that way when they come out a little later on, it can help them get right back into the draft.
All right, thanks a lot, Alex. So I guess we're all set to go for the Daytona 500, but there is one thing we need, and that is the command to fire the engines.
Drivers! Start your engines!
42 engines are ready to take the green flag. The starting lineup is on the bottom of the screen, and let's show you the field of 42 for the Daytona 500. On the front row with the Perrier Pole Award, John Andrews, as we mentioned earlier, his first career pole and cup competition, and the 77 of Matt Tuck. It is his first career start in cup. Row number 2, your dual winners, the 21 Justin Knight, his first cup start, and the 31 of Matthew Logan, also his first cup start. Row number 3, a pair of experienced drivers, the 95 Julio Caesar, Coke 0400 Season 2 winner, and Zachary Fitzwater, the Season 3 Fall Series champion. Row number 4, Brian Ferris of the 88, his first start in Cup, and one of the 3 5-season vets in the field, Marty Johnson, has had a great speed week so far. We'll love to cap it off with a win. Row number 5, this may look different than I'd say. We've got the double zero of Eric Monaco, one of the part-timers in the field, won at Michigan last year. And you don't see him on the outside, it's the 51 of Josh Patterson. However, though, he is starting in the back of the pack for an engine change. Row number 6, you've got the 38 of Benny Watson, also his Cup debut. And the number 2 of Johnny Garner, the man with the most wins in the NOFSRL. Row number 7, the 17 of Jesse Turner, his Cup debut. And the 40 of Keyshawn Richardson in a third car for Chip Ganassi Racing, also his Cup debut. In fact, a lot of the rows will feature drivers with Cup debuts, especially the one in row number 8. We've got the 43 of CJ Williams and the 20 of Mitchell Collins. Here, Joe Arvid Alonso in the 14 holds the closest finish in NOFSRL history, 1/1000th of a second, and Daytona breeds close finishes. Dylan Young in the 3 is next to him. He's making his Cup debut. Row number 10, we go to Galen Downey in the 27, finished 29th in the points last season. And the 32 of Derek Hamill, his hometown race, Coke Zero Sugar 400 winner last year. And yes, that is a face on his car. Row number 11, the 52 of Nathan Orban. He was the fastest rookie in early sessions. However, though, he had a tough race on Thursday. And the 19 of Christian Vargas next to him. Row 12, teammates from Joe Gibbs Racing, the 18 of Casey Namico, and the 11 of Joey Hightower, both rookies and making their Cup debuts. Row number 13, you've got the 37 of Christian Russell, and the 15 of Tyler Marco, both in Cup debuts. Row 14, the 62 of Jason Holman, also a part-time in the field, and the 1 of Justin Zidell, finished 3rd in the championship standings last year. Row 15, the 22, Luke Rainey in his Cup debut. It's been a rough speed weeks for him. Colin Denton, the 8th, the Season 3 Daytona 500 winner on the outside. Row number 16, the 4 of Edwin Mendez, the 3rd 5-season veteran in the field. And the 66 of Alex Landon, who almost did not make it into the field after being caught in a 4-wide situation, but survived with minor damage and was able to get into the show. Row number 17, the 13 of Steve Morgan, a 3-season veteran, all in the 13, and was a championship contender in his rookie year and 3 laps away from winning the title, and we all know how that went for those of you that watched it at home the past few seasons. Cody Smart next to him, his 4th season, and still looking for that first win in Cup. Row number 18, the 42 of Nathan Stapleton, the Brickyard 400 winner last year. And the 6 of Matthew Brown. He was up front to win duel number 2 until he had a problem that took him out. Row 19, the 34 Trey Wright, a Cup debut. Good time trial, but a bad duel. And thank you for making a thumbnail this season, Trey Wright. Next to him, Isaac Nichols in the 9, one of the Aussies in the field. His 3rd season. Brother Joshua won the 1st and almost the 3rd. Row number 20, the 47 of Carter Friesen. Run on damage after spraying in duel number 1, put him at the back. And the 36 of Jordan Lopez in his Cup debut. And rounding out the field, the 48 of Jaden Scott and the 41 of Diego Diaz. There you see the field of 42. And they are just about ready to roll off. All 42 drivers exit pit road. If any of them do have problems, the drivers will go for another lap. And looking at it, yes. Alright. So everything is all set to go for the field of 42. Let's take a look at your race analysis at Daytona. It's a 50-lap race, 125 miles. We are back to using the playoff points format and the postseason playoffs. Stages 1 and 2, 15 laps. The final stage is 20 laps. Keep in mind, if you're first at those specific points, you will get a playoff point. No one in the top 10 gets points except for the first one, just the playoff point. Pit road speed 55 miles an hour. The fuel window, if we stay green through the entire race, is about 24 to 28 laps. One driver starting at the rear of the pack is the 51 of Josh Patterson. It's a hot day. It's been hot the past few days here at Daytona. 89 degrees, although Mother Nature has brought us some cloudy skies. The drivers exit turn 4. The fans are on their feet. We have not seen points racing in the new Era Cup Series for 5 months. The only time in Speed Weeks all 42 will be racing together, and it's right here and right now. This is the Great American Race, and one of these drivers at the end of the day will be immortal. John Andrews and Matt Tuck bring the field to green, and the Daytona 500 is underway. The man that almost won Duel 1, Julio Caesar, goes to the point with help from Brian Ferris in turns 3 and 4. As they come off of turn 4, the pack just starting to get up to speed here. And it looks like the 95 of Caesar will come to the line. He will lead the first lap, and that is a bonus point towards the regular season.
And as you can already tell, that inside lane is where you want to be, and 3 wide for second. And this is good news for Julio Caesar, I think. You want him to be battling 3 wide for second behind you and stay up front, because if they're battling 3 wide for second like that, no one's really going to have the advantage to get around you. But we got Benny Watson right there in the 38, right behind the 95, and Watson to the inside for the race lead.
Side by side in a turn 3, Benny Watson in that Ford Mustang 38, looking to go to the point. It doesn't have a lot of help coming from C.J. Williams in that 43 car, but the 38 takes the lead away, and Williams now goes for second position.
C.J. Williams on the inside. He's going to move up just slightly. There's the number 14. That is Sergio Larvin Alonso. No, Alonso is one of the strong guys in the duel race on Thursday. But Benny Watson looking pretty strong right now, and he's able to kind of clear all 3 lanes at the moment as they keep on battling for second place.
He's put up about a 2-car length lead at the moment for right now, as Alonso just behind in the second spot. Here comes the 27, Gatlin Downey looking down low. He's got some help from Casey Nanico in the number 18. Nanico is going to take it 3 wide, looking to the inside. Christian Russell in that 37 pushing him, and how about this? We've started to see drivers that started mid-pack from 25th make their way up to the front already. That's classic Daytona.
Yeah, that inside lane is very powerful here at Daytona, and if you started on the inside lane, you're probably in the top 10 right now, or have been in the top 10 at some point throughout this race. We got a battle for the lead. Nanico to the inside of Watson, and Watson does not have any help in the 38. But that 18 has a 37, and that's exactly what you need. You need somebody behind you to make a pass here at Daytona, and that is what Christian Russell was to Casey Nanico, help in that number 37 to the number 18. But looks like we might be going 3 wide for the lead here. There's the 22, Luke Rainey, looking to the inside.
Already coming back from 29th, but Nanico puts a good block on Rainey at the moment. Here comes Christian Vargas, the 19, and Alonso has gone back down to that inside line for right now. Good job by him so far in that race.
Sergio Larvin Alonso definitely looks strong, and if you can find your way to the inside pretty quickly in a race like this, that is
trouble on the triangle! Josh Patterson, the 51, goes around with Mitchell Collins in the 20, Justin Knight in the 21, Alex Lander, Keyshawn Richardson, Edwin Mendez with damage. So lap 5, we already see a caution.
That is
Brian
a tough
Ferris
break there.
Tough break for a lot of drivers. Racing back to the line. Here comes Christian Vargas to the inside for second position. Vargas will get
You can only imagine if they went 4 wide there to cause the accident. That's usually what causes it here at Daytona. And it does look like Nanico is going to win the race back to the line.
I was going to mention before we saw the wreck happen, Nathan Stapleton and Justin Zidell were working together a little bit. And Daytona is a place where teamwork, where teammates you want to see. So let's look at the other drivers that were involved. There's Derek Hamill in the 32, Diego Yepez in the 41, Brian Ferris, Keyshawn Richardson. A tough break for Josh Patterson. That is what starting in the back for an engine change can do to you. As you all remember, he blew up in final practice. Alex Lander, Isaac Nichols, Zachary Fitzwater, Mitchell Collins, Justin Knight, Edwin Mendez, Colin Denton had some small hood damage, and I think we are stacking up here. Yes, we are. Denton with more damage, Monaco with some damage. A big stack up on the backstretch. Isaac Nichols, look at the damage for Patterson on the hood. Richardson around the 40.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are probably already going to be out of the race regardless, so it doesn't really matter too much, but still unfortunate to see that on the cooldown lap there. I'm not sure what the deal is.
A lot of drivers involved in that one. Now, do you think we're going to come down for pit stops here? We'll focus on the top three, Nanico, Vargas, and Alonso. So we're going to send it down to our man on pit road, Alex Bonsignor. Take it away.
So I'm here in front, in Nanico's pit box here, as he's taking that number 18 down to the safety of his crew. He's going to try and do 4 tires, fuel. He says the car's feeling fine, no adjustments needed. All he's been saying is just keep my teammate in the same pack as me. I think we'll be fine.
Actually, gassing goes, and some damage to the 12 car of Marty Johnson as Nanico is exiting pit road. And a spin for Dylan Young in the 3 car. Keep in mind, Daytona is one of the narrowest pit roads here on the circuit. So don't be surprised if some drivers get taken out early due to damage. Race off pit road was won by Joe Irvin Alonso. Casey Nanico lost 3 spots. That's a tough break for him. So let's go to the replay and see what brought the first caution in the Daytona 500. So here's what we got for you. We'll go from our aerial camera, courtesy of Goodyear. You can see Eric Monaco trying to force an issue and try and make it 4 wide with Matt Tuck, Jesse Turner, and Marty Johnson on the bottom. Let's show you what we got. Looks like Monaco gets into Tuck and then gets into Jesse Turner, sends them up into the wall. And then it's just a stack of Brian Ferris comes back down into Keyshawn Richardson and Josh Patterson. There's Nichols, Yepez, Collins, Lander, Denton does get some damage involved. Matthew Logan, both of our dual winners involved in that one. A lot of drivers know where to go. About 8-10 cars involved, so we have the big one early on at Daytona.
Well, Eric Monaco in the middle right there of Jesse Turner and Matt Tuck. And Ferris came down and it clogged the track up off the tri-oval. That is one of the worst places to have a wreck because all these guys are coming full throttle off the tri-oval and say a good 10 guys involved in this race, even 10 guys who might get knocked out in this race, and a lot of guys who could have easily won this race, especially Justin Knight, who won his dual race. That's a tough break for driver number 21 after that one.
Here's the onboard with Diego Yepez in the 41. Here's Johnny Garner in the 2. What a good job by the 2 to just check up and miss that. Now I'm going to take you from the aerial shot once again and see what caused this stack up down the backstretch. I think some drivers just trying to get into their spots didn't know where to go. Watch that. Oh, I think it starts right here with Logan and Tuck get together. And who's the next one that gets into this? Eric Monaco has to check up. Colin Denton hits him. Mendez has to check up. All these drivers here check up, have to miss everything. There's Patterson in the Lander. There's Yepez. There's Richardson. Ferris gets in the back of the 40, turns him around. There's Hamill. A lot of drivers taken out. First caution out here at Daytona. We'll be back for the restart. Stay with us.
like the pine trees lining the winding road. I got a name, I've got a name, and I carry it with me like my daddy did. But I'm living the dream that he kept here, moving me down the highway, moving ahead.
Those who live up to their names make one for themselves. Goodyear, more driven.
Okay, look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 with its high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. Still leading the pack. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Welcome back to Daytona underneath the first caution for a big one coming out of the trial on lap number 4. Now, this, I believe, is the second earliest caution that's come out in the Daytona 500. The earliest one came out for a similar situation back in Season 1 on lap number 2, which took out a bunch of drivers. Recapping last year's race that happened in the New Era Cup Series for Season 4 of the Daytona 500. Only 2 cautions coming out in that race. Both in turn 3 and 4, similar situations on 4 wide. And on the final lap, we saw Ryan New in his NOFSRL debut make a last lap pass on the 9 of Brian Webb at the time. And Ryan New, who was in the 95, picked up his first win. Here, Joe Irvin Alonso leading in a Ford. And speaking of Ford, let's take a look at today's Ford Performance Track Facts. Ford has won the Daytona 500 twice. It was by Jarrett Lewis in Season 2 when he drove for Team Penske in the 22. And Colin Denton when he won for Front Row Motorsports in the 34 in Season 3. The highest Ford driver in last year's Daytona 500 was Daniel McMillan in the 66, who finished 3rd. Jaden Scott right now doing a good job running in 7th position. He's today's DHL driving spotlight. This is his dream ride he's wanted since season number 3 when he drove in the Xbox Amateur Series. Last year, Jaden Scott drove the number 43, trying to see where he finished in points. 37th, did not pick up a win, unfortunately. We are just about ready to get back to the green flag. We can tell you the drivers that are out. Eric Monaco, Justin Knight, Diego Yepes, Keyshawn Richardson, Derek Hamill, Brian Ferris, Josh Patterson. Their Daytona 500 is over. 35 drivers are on the track. Let's reset the field for you. Alonso in the lead. Luke Rainey second, top 2 Fords. Christian Russell is 3rd. Casey Nanico 4th. Nathan Stapleton 5th. Steve Morgan 6th. Jaden Scott 7th. Christian Vargas is 8th. Jason Holman 9th. Nathan Orman rounds out the top 10. Sergio Arvin Alonso brings the number 14 and the field into the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway. Top 4 looks like got a good start, but Luke Rainey's going to look to the inside. Christian Russell going to take it 3 wide down low for the race lead.
Right off the restart, we got a 3 wide battle, and that definitely shows when the time is to make passes. So Christian Russell restarted in the 3rd position. He's going to put Alonso almost outside the top 5 with that move. But here comes Nanico, and I'm starting to look at guys who are going to be contenders for this race win. Nanico's been up here quite a bit. Alonso's been up here quite a bit. Watch out for those guys in today's race. Here comes Nathan Stapleton.
Started from the 35th position.
I think we might have a wreck back in there. I thought I saw some smoke back in there.
Nope, we did not.
Nope. Might just been the clouds there playing with me. Apologize about that.
Stapleton in the lead at the moment. Chip Ganassi Racing doing a good job right now. You got Stapleton in the race lead. Justin Zidell in 9th. But Zidell's going to try and gain some positions, but it looks like Stapleton's about to lose positions as Scott in the 48 is about to take the lead away.
Yeah, great run there by Jaden Scott. He recently raced in the Indianapolis 250 in the NOFSRL, and car control means a lot in that race. I think car control is something that we're going to really watch out for in today's event as well, because these guys are going pretty fast, pretty close to each other. So Scott has an experience racing 250 miles in IndyCar.
Here comes Zidell in the one machine, gaining a lot of moves. He's got Gatlin Downey behind him, who's in 3rd. Downey may go for 2nd spot right here, right now. Coming to lap 12. Scott continues to lead. Go ahead.
One thing I would like to mention about Justin Seidel is that he's been doing really good in the Haas IndyCar series of the NOFSRL. So both of those guys have some experience in those Indy cars, and I think that definitely can transfer over into this race because they are really close to each other, like I said, and drafting comes into play like it did in the Indianapolis 250 a couple weeks ago.
The one car goes to the point. Let's go on board from that rear bumper. As you can see, Jaden Scott on the 48 trying to get that good draft on the high side, but loses a lot of it. I think it's because of maybe either the turbulent air or maybe the wind, because the wind is blowing northwest, and turns 3 and 4 I think is a little bit towards the northwest. But look at the lead that Seidel has put up on Alonso, about a car length and a half.
Great run there for Justin Seidel, and how about Herjo Larvin Alonso there in the 14? He keeps on finding a way back to the inside lane. He wasn't able to get to Seidel, though. Here comes Matthew Brown and Trey Wright.
Look at the Fords working together. Luke Rainey up there as well in the 22 car.
I would like to mention that number 34 won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Daytona 500 with Josh Marzak driving that exact scheme. Of course, the team owner in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series for American Motorsports, which owns the number 34 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, is Trey Wright. Trey Wright wants a Daytona 500 win in this scheme.
He's up to second spot at the moment as Brown falls back to third. Coming to 2 to go in stage number 1. Keep in mind, stages 1 and 2 each 15 laps. Stage 2 ends at lap 30. Stage 3 ends at lap 50. Brown trying to look to the inside for third, but can't. The top 5 now make it top 6, top 7, all single file at the moment. So I think we're going to see some strategy being played for a little bit here, Napa.
We definitely could be. The four seem to be working together here. You got Matthew Brown and Trey Wright, but they've actually started battling with each other there. So Matthew Brown trying to get a position there on Trey Wright. And you got Christian Russell. Russell's been another guy who's been up front a lot in this race. And Nanico on the 18 is another guy you got to watch here. Here's Johnny Gardner in the 2. The 62 machine is up here as well. That is Jason Holman. So a couple guys if you have to see up front in this race moving their way through the field.
Final lap for stage 1. Seidel still has the lead, but Trey Wright's got to run to the inside, and Christian Russell's going to go with him in the 37, but Seidel puts a good block.
Good job by Justin Seidel, and this is the point in the race where you need help to make a pass. Trey Wright does not have Christian Russell close enough to him to find a way around Justin Seidel, and this is good news for Justin Seidel, excuse me. If this guys continue to battle for the second position like they currently are, Seidel's going to easily win this stage.
Russell to the inside for the second spot, but you can't be battling for second. You've got to be battling for that win. Here comes Jason Holman in the 62 to the inside for third spot. Off of turn 4, Justin Seidel will win the first playoff point of Season 5 of the New Era Cup Series. So great job by Justin Seidel. We're going to take a break. We're going to take you side by side. You're not going to miss a thing. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, my name's Brittany. The Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is a summertime classic. The sweet, thick, savory bacon, the delicious barbecue sauce, the smokehouse flavors. That's probably my go-to sandwich all summer. I'm so excited it's back.
Hey, I'm Kyle. It's so great to have the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich back. Honestly, for me, it is the combination. You've got the natural flavor of the grilled chicken, you've got the bacon, the lettuce, the cheese. It's something that I have on a sunny day with my windows down, listening to a baseball game.
You're just too big, bud. You ain't gonna fit.
You know where you need to go, right?
What the?
Go, 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 go! Can't believe he beat you in a Pinewood Derby car.
I'm a little bit country.
And I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I'm a little bit of Memphis and Nashville.
With a little bit of Motown in my soul. I don't know if it's good or bad.
But I know I love it so.
With a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll.
The all-new Chevy Silverado. It's a little bit country.
Back at Daytona, working on lap number 18 at the moment and going for the race lead, Christian Vargas in the 19, but he's got no help at the moment, and Steve Morgan in that 13 is pushing Justin Seidel in that 1.
Luke Rainey is coming here on Christian Vargas, though, and I do believe that Rainey is going to push Vargas past Seidel here because even though Vargas did not have any help at the time, he had the inside, and Seidel did not block. I think Seidel could have easily blocked, but it looks like Rainey's going to make a 3 wide for the race lead.
He's got help from the 27 car, Gatlin Downey, and oh, I thought we were going to go 4 wide there for a moment, but we did not. Rainey going to the point. There's one driver I've noticed that has backed out of this pack. We'll go to him. That's Benny Watts in the 38. He wasn't involved in the lap 4 accident. We can show you him, though. He's fallen back to the second. Oh, he does have damage. He was involved in that first wreck. He was up in the pack, but now he's working with the second pack here. You see Jordan Lopez in the 36 trying to look to that inside.
You know, I'm wondering, we had that stack up on the cooldown lap. I'm wondering if that's where he accumulated his damage.
You're right.
The 38. Because,
You're right.
Because I do not remember any of these guys getting involved in the accident, but obviously they're not as fast as our race leaders. And Seidel took the lead back away. How about that for driver number 1?
I think it may have been because he had the draft on the high side from Steve Morgan when Vargas had no help, and that led to the 1 car keep the lead as we are on lap number 20. We're going to step aside here. We're going to crank it up, brought to you by Duracell.
This is the number 1 trusted brand.
Look at the run for Nathan Orman to the inside for second spot. But look at the top 3. They put about a 4 or 5 car length lead over 4th place Julio Caesar.
I am very intrigued by just how much these guys have pulled away from each other. Ooh.
Downey almost trying to block on Rainey. That was close.
And they're starting to get single file up front here, and that's even better news for Justin Seidel. But how about these uncharted drivers of Nathan Orman and the 27 machine there? Actually, 27's not uncharted.
Yeah, it's a full-time car. You're good.
I would initially thought that was an uncharted guy, but still. How about Nathan Orman running second right now in the number 52 machine? There goes Downey trying to take second away from him, but Justin Seidel needs to do good on his pit stop here. We got to remember, we're going to have a cycle here soon, and these guys better be careful when they come down that pit lane at the speeds they're going at.
The window, I think these drivers pit on about lap 5, so expect the drivers to come in about 5 to 7 more laps on the track. Down the backstretch they go. Still running single file. Here comes Matthew Brown in the number 6 machine as he is looking to the inside for 3rd spot. Brown goes to 3rd. Here comes Julio Caesar in the 95. He's up to 4th spot. Let's take you on board with a lap with the 95 of Julio Caesar here and show you how he's running right now. He doesn't have that much of a drop. He's trying to get that toe off of the 6-car Matthew Brown. But look at how the speeds have climbed up because the packs are so much bigger. In practice, we saw 7, 8, 9 cars going at about speeds of 185 to 187. But because we have more drivers in the pack, we're seeing a lot faster speeds. And also, it's because of the cloudy weather. We're reaching 190 around today.
Julio Caesar won dual race number 2 on Thursday, and he's been running up front quite a bit. He's actually creeped his way up front as of late, so he's been doing a great job. I think he's got Alonso to the inside of him, though. I think those are 2 guys you got to watch out for in this race. I think both Caesar and Alonso have a really good chance of winning here today at Daytona.
Fastest car on the track, by the way, is Gatlin down to 27. Look at that, 46-second times. We have not seen that in any of the practice sessions. We saw about 47, some 47-second times. And also one thing I've noticed, as Gatlin Downey goes for 2nd, by the way, on Matthew Brown, we're starting to catch up to some lap traffic here, so I would not be surprised if some drivers decide to come down and pit. That's Zachary Fitzwater, the drivers are catching up to. Let's see what happens off of turn 2. This could get very interesting. Oh, Seidel goes to the inside, got slowed down by it big time.
That was a very late move by Zidell. He should have moved a lot earlier than that, but he's able to, pull away there. That might have been a bit of a strategy to actually keep everyone behind him from passing him, and now you look at Gatlin Downing, all those guys, they're stuck behind Fitzwater now, and now he's got to deal with Alonso and Vargas behind him. But we got some new faces up front after all that.
That's a tough break there for the high side. So now we're on lap 25. We got a good battle for the second between Christian Vargas, Sergio Alonso, and Johnny Garner, but they're still getting trapped in lap traffic from Fitzy. But let's look at let's talk about Chick-fil-A great debates. The NOFSRL has had more than 5 Daytona 500s. There's been some in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series as well, and in other leagues. Napa fan, what do you find your best Daytona 500 to be?
Well, I've had 8 of them in the Chick-fil-A Cup. There's only one of them that's been run under the NOFSRL, and that was this year's when Josh Marzak won his second career Daytona 500 driving the number 34 machine. So that was a very historical moment, but if anybody knows any of the history of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, how can you forget the Season 2 Daytona 500 when at the line, Nicholas Amadio edged out Dane Ammon by absolutely nothing. Personally, I think that's the best Daytona 500 in NOR 2003 history. I'm a little biased with that one, but how can you beat a close-to-nothing finish?
Look at the run for the 62 on Jason Holman on the outside, trying to take the lead away after Zidell got stuck in lap traffic, and Zidell gets stuck in the middle.
Vargas. Here comes Vargas in the 19. Vargas has some help now. That is not going to make Zidell happy at all.
Oh,
I do not know. I mean,
watch out for radioactive.
Nichols really wasn't trying to do anything there. I just don't think Zidell moved out of the way properly, and we saw that when he was getting around Fitzwater as well. And it's starting to get really interesting. We're going to close on a pack of cars here. Nope, they're not coming down the pit lane, but how about that? Zidell's been the dominant guy of this race. He has definitely led the most laps here today at Daytona. But now we got a new race leader, and they're closing in on 3 wide lap traffic.
Oh, this is going to get good here. Johnny Garner's already committed to the outside. Same with Christian Vargas as they work on Mitchell Collins, Matt Tuck, Edwin Mendez, Colin Dutton. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's watch this from the aerial shot. Garner looking to the inside, trying to do this up the
trying
middle.
To get to the inside of Vargas. They're 3 wide for the lead.
Oh, that's tight. I don't know how they can survive.
Scott get the advantage here because he's car ahead of him. Vargas has 2.
Jaden Scott. The 48's gone to the lead, but don't be surprised if these drivers come in shortly.
They will come down very soon. Alex, get that mic ready. We're going to be needing you in a while. In a short while, I should say. But how about Jaden Scott? He was able to work that inside properly. And here's another guy who I was focusing on earlier on. Casey Nanico in the 18, and also Christian Russell. You got to watch out for those guys in this one. They might have a shot at race victory.
Russell up to third.
Alonso again.
Andrews is third. Pole sitter John Andrews is up to the 4th spot on the track. And Russell and Alonso go to the inside for the lead. Don't be surprised if Andrews decides to cut up high to try and work with his teammate. I think that's what he's trying to do. But that may have cost him because here comes Caesar.
John Andrews has come out of nowhere. I know he started on the pole for this race, but he has not been up front at all in this one, and now he's in the top 10 all of a sudden. And all those guys still stuck behind the 4 machine of Edwin Mendez. It's just a log jam back in there, but this is what happens in the Daytona 500. When we get a long green flag run like this, it just becomes a chess match. How do you get around the lap traffic? Do you get around it better than the guys behind you? And it's all about how well you get around lap traffic. That's what usually happens in the Daytona 500. We got more lap traffic coming up here.
Yes, that is Joey Hightower in the number 11 car as Russell and Alonso. There's the move for Russell. That's a good timed move there. But that's going to cost Alonso, Caesar, maybe Jaden Scott a little bit.
Yeah, Caesar and Alonso getting stuck there behind Joey Hightower. And Alonso can't be too happy with that one now. How about a new leader, Matthew Brown? We've seen a lot of different race leaders as of late, and you want to be the race leader once the cycle of pit stops begins, and it's going to be really soon here at Daytona.
Looking who is not in this pack anymore as we have 21 laps to go. Justin Zidell, he's fallen outside the top 10, back to 17th, and he's led the most laps. He's had the best car, but man, he's still getting slowed down by lap traffic with Edwin Mendez in the 4.
Yeah, Justin Zidell's race has gone downhill so fast. He was the guy to beat here, but now it's a wide open race, I think. I don't know if anyone was going to be able to get around Zidell in this one.
And don't forget, this is the lap. Up front. Don't forget, this is the lap for a playoff point here. So everything can change here. Matthew Brown's got the lead. Casey Nanico second. Christian Russell third, Jaden Scott is fourth. Here they come off turn 4 to the line. As they're going to stay single file, Matthew Brown will get the second playoff point this season.
Could come into handy by the time the playoffs come around later in the season. So, you know, each one of these playoff points mean a lot towards who wins the championship later on. But now we're single file again. Oh, Christian Russell actually was able to get to the inside there at Nanico. So I'm looking at Russell. My pick, well, okay, we're not there yet.
Yeah, save it for a little bit. But Scott trying to look to the inside for a 3-wide battle. Watch that 24 if Andrews try and work with Scott to the inside. But no, Scott just didn't have the draft at all whatsoever.
Nanico's stuck up top now. Russell's in second, but Matthew Brown has it pretty easy because they are going single file. Good to see Alonso kind of get back up here. Got Johnny Gardner, Nathan Orman, Trey Wright, and Julio Caesar drafting off this main pack. We've got about 10 guys in the main pack now. And they got to be coming down soon. I mean, I don't know how long they can make it on a tank of gas, but they did have a caution. And these guys have been in the draft for a majority of the time. A lot of these guys were behind Zidell, so I would imagine they'd have to be coming down soon, but I'm not too surprised it's been a little bit later than what we expected.
They won't be reaching lap traffic for a little while now, so I think they'll definitely come in before they may catch the traffic. I'm not too sure, but for the lead, Christian Russell underneath Matthew Brown to the inside.
And he's got some help there from Jaden Scott. That's what it takes. You got to have that guy behind you to make the pass. And we saw it with Justin Zidell earlier on while he was leading. The guys who were trying to pass him, they got to the inside, could not make the move on him. And there goes Russell to the lead. That number 37 is looking pretty fast, but remember, don't eat him.
Scott's trying to get some help from Nathan Orman in that 52 machine, and there he goes to the inside. The Allied Bank Chevy Camaro trying to take the lead away, and it will. Here comes Nathan Orman in the 52, going for the second spot with help from Trey Wright.
Here comes Ormond and Trey Wright. They found themselves back in this lead pack here.
Nice block there by the 48.
That was a good job there by Jaden Scott, clearing the 37. And he's going to be able to clear the inside, entering turn number 1. That's what you got to do to remain in the lead here at Daytona. You got to clear up high down the backstretch and clear down low, entering the corners. And if you can do that, like Justin Zidell did earlier on, you're en route to a victory here at Daytona.
Let's look at our Toyota top performers we have so far. Highest Toyota right now, Casey Nanico, running in 6th. Julio Caesar in the 95. In 10th spot, Christian Vargas is in 12th at the moment. Cody Smart in the 97 is in 16th. You can see on the bottom right corner of your screen our biggest mover since the restart, brought to you by Napa. As you see Orban in the 52, look to the inside. Next race for the New Era Cup Series is in 2 weeks at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Arby's 500. Green flag is about 2 o'clock. Can't remember off the top of my head at the moment. Orman is up to 2nd spot. Casey Nanico goes to 3rd position. Johnny Gardner is going for 4th. We come to lap 35. Surprised that these drivers have not made this stop yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised by this one. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen right near the end of the race, but it's got to be happening here very soon for these guys because they can't make a full 50-lap race on one tank of gas. But I would imagine it to be very, very soon. I know if they kind of go green the whole way through, it's usually like around lap 38. But I'd expect maybe lap 42 or so maybe when these guys come in now because, you know, when we have it in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, sometimes if we get a caution-free race there, about 40 laps, they come down. But if they usually have a caution, they can stay to the end of the race. So I would be expecting these guys to come down maybe about lap 42 or so.
Nathan Orman looking for the race lead. Now that second pack I was showing you guys earlier, they want that yellow big time, not only for the pit stops, but it's ooh! Just see on the right some dust maybe.
There.
Dylan Young in the 3 car I think had a problem.
Oh boy, they have to get around him here, and they're on the apron trying to get around
Young,
him.
I think he's
Scott
lost
really checked it up.
He's lost a cylinder. I think a lot of drivers may be using the apron.
He's got to get to the apron here.
I think they may be starting to come in shortly, but don't count me out on that. But right now, it's part-timer Nathan Orman in the lead. The rookie had a great first half of Speed Weeks, but the second half just hasn't been showing the speed he's wanted. Off of turn 4, but he may be too far. All right, pit stops right now.
Some guys coming
John
down
Andrews.
there, 24 and a 14. Here we go.
Here we go. Alex, I'm coming to you right now.
All right, well, John Andrews coming down the pit lane now. He's saying that the draft is just not really there at the moment. Tires have fallen off and the fuel's almost down. So, of course, the normal 4 tires and fuel is going to be the norm, is what they would usually be. They said so far the car right now handling fine. No other adjustments, but if there are to be adjustments, maybe a track bar adjustment or wedge adjustment.
Looks like these guys are going for 2 tire stops here, Alex, because we just saw Jesse Turner pull out. It looks like Andrews is doing 4. Turner is doing 2. That could be an interesting strategy, which could put him toward the front and maybe go for a win. We'll have to see as drivers exit the track. More drivers coming down pit road here. We'll go to the 52 of Nathan Ormond. Alex, back to you.
Yeah, I'm down here at the 52 pit of Nathan Ormond. The car, he says in the lead draft, is a dream. No adjustments whatsoever. Looks like going on to the car here, looks like it's going to be a 4 tire stop and a fill up on gas to get him to the end of the race. And remember, he's on this long back part of the this long back part of the pit lane. So, to be first off, he really had to have a quick lap time or quick pit stop time there.
Now here is my question. Near contact with Isaac Nichols in the 9. Now here is my question.
That 9 have had a way of a lot of guys today.
Now here's my question now. Could pitting early perhaps lead to that Daytona 500 win because you have the warmer and fresher tires? Because there you see Jesse Turner going by the 52. So I think right now Jesse Turner will have control of the lead. Could tires?
I don't think he does. I think he was at the back of the field and came down a lap before the rest of the guys came down initially. You had to check on the leaderboard there. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think Turner is the race leader. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think Turner has it.
Rest of the field came in pit road. You saw Brown and Russell. Have to look closely there one more time, but you see Matthew Brown exiting pit road. Let's wait for that lead pack to catch up. There's Turner in the 17. Trying to look in the stats. Turner was a lap down. I think he had a problem as well. Alex Lander also retired from the race due to a piston issue. I think Brown has the lead at the moment. Let's rework a lap 39 of the race. Let's give you your Monster Energy race summary so far. Back in 4th race, but the dominant car has so far been Justin Zidell in the race leading the most laps, but he just got caught up from lap traffic. Nathan Ormond going for 2nd. Here comes Joe Arvin Alonso in the 14. We just showed you your Monster Energy race
doing
summary.
Pretty good right now.
As we showed you your Monster Energy race summary, let's go to your Credit One Bank ones to watch right now. My one to watch right now, obviously, is going to be race leader Matthew Brown. However, though, the question's going to be, because the rest of the field has a good draft down to 6, could he be too far ahead? We'll have to find out. Napa, who's your one to watch?
Christian Russell has been up front. He's been a strong driver all day long. The number 37, he's currently 4th. He's going to catch up to Ormond and Alonso in the draft. And with those guys, they're going to pass right by the number 6 of Matthew Brown. And Russell will find a way around the rest of the field as well. Christian Russell wins the Daytona 500. Alex.
Apologies, we have some technical difficulties here. We're coming to the line for 10 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Look who has showed up to 4th position. I don't even think it was in the lead pack coming into pit road. Nathan Stapleton in the 42. What a fast car he has today.
I will mention we had a throwback race in North Wilkesboro about a month ago, and it was like one of 2 drivers who took tires in that race and passed the entire field to win the race. And I'm wondering, I don't know if tires had much of an effect here, but I'm wondering if he went on a similar strategy like that. I remember saw Ormond took 4 tires, so that's probably not the case, but Stapleton might have gone with a little bit of strategy, might have taken 2 tires only, and he is actually moving his way through the field here. My question is, are these guys going to be able to catch up to Matthew Brown? Because Matthew Brown now has his teammate drafting him here. I don't think Turner's slow enough to hold him up. So we're going to have to see if these guys can close in on Matthew Brown. But if they do, I think they're going to pass him very easily. And we only have ourselves 9 laps to go. So we'll have to see who gets it done here.
9 laps to go in the Daytona 500. First, a quick word from Duracell.
This is the #1 trusted brand.
3 of the 4 Daytona 500 winners got their first win in this race. Only one that did not was Colin Denton in the number 8 today. Matthew Brown could have a chance to get that first Cup win at Daytona. We come to 8 laps to go, and the pack has caught up to the Roush teammates of Jesse Turner and Matthew Brown. Now, Jesse Turner is not battling for the win. Right now, he's currently shown the first driver a lap down in 25th, but they are starting to catch up to Matthew Brown in the 6th. Here comes Nathan Stapleton in the 42 machine, looking for second on Alonso, and if he can get by that 17, Stapleton is going to try and pounce.
And guess who's helping him? Nathan Orman. The Nathan and Nathan show up front looking to dethrone Matthew Brown. From the top position, you got Julio Cesar there right behind him. And we got ourselves a race, boys. I think anyone from Zidell on up. And look at who's in 7th. Justin Zidell. I just noticed it. Remember, he got caught behind the lap traffic earlier on in the race.
For the lead, Napa fan.
Back, and we got a battle for the lead. His teammate to the inside.
Nathan Stapleton to the point of the Daytona 500. We come to 7 laps to go. Nathan Orman 2nd. Julio Cesar's up to 3rd. And Christian Russell, it goes to 4th.
This is going to get interesting right here, and I do believe Zidell's going to close in this pack, and Zidell's going to have a shot at the race victory. I did not expect that, but he had a really good pit stop, and he is back in contention for the Daytona 500 win. He's led the most laps here today, and I think he might get the victory at this point. We're just going to have to see, but you got to watch out for Russell. Like I said, I think you got to watch out for all these guys. All these guys in this race the entire way through, and one of them is going to win a Daytona 500 here today. How about Russell for second on Nathan?
Wow! Christian Russell with a very fast race car at the moment. Goes to 2nd, Orman 3rd, Brown up to 4th. Now Cesar falls back to 5th, and you're right, Zidell has closed in with the lead pack. We come to 6 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Nathan Stapleton, his only win in the New Era Cup Series is a crown jewel event. That's the Brickyard 400. He's looking to get his 2nd win at a crown jewel event as well at Daytona. Can he get it done? But Christian Russell is right on the tail bumper of Stapleton.
The problem with Russell is he doesn't have any help to the inside of him there. He has nobody behind him, but they are closing in on lap traffic.
Good job by
Stapleton.
Stapleton.
For Russell.
Stapleton did a good job using the toe off of Joey Hightower to keep the lead, and they did catch up to lap traffic. They get by Hightower, but the question is, who will get by Dylan Young first? It's going to be Russell. Look at this.
Russell's got it. Stapleton's stuck with Dylan
Oh, but
Young.
look at Young. Look at Young.
That might have been why. This is going to get really interesting here because Dylan Young went back up. Russell's going to get it here. And look at who's second here, Jalard and Alonso. I don't know if Alonso's led a lap in this race yet, but he's been
led
up
a
front
few,
the
I think.
entire day.
But look who's up in the lead pack once again. Justin Zidell in the 1. He's had the best car so far today. Led the most laps, trying to win this race. And Alonso looks to the inside for the race lead. Keep in mind, if a caution comes out before we get to the white flag,
up front right now.
We go to overtime if that does happen. Here comes Nathan Orman in the 52 up to 2nd spot. One of the best part-timers in the field today. Orman looks for the race lead, coming to 4 laps to go. The Daytona 500.
Got the black on him.
The Daytona 500 has turned into the Daytona 10. Justin Zidell looks for 2nd. He's got no help, but he's making it stick, though, in the 1.
How about that move there by Justin Zidell? We got a lot of strong drivers running up in this pack. Alonso, Stapleton, Zidell, Ormond. All of these guys have a lot of experience in other leagues, and they are definitely showing their way. But how about Alonso in that number 14? He's probably the most experienced of all these guys, and he is pulling away in the 14 right now. But Zidell might be the guy to beat, and he's clawing his way back to the front.
His first season in Cup as Alonso continues to lead, but Orman doing a good job using the draft on the high side, coming to 3 to go. He goes to 2nd. Russell looks for 3rd on the 1.
Oh, I don't think Zidell has any help now. Nobody wants
now
to help
get
him.
the
They know
help
he's the strongest car, and they know once he gets up front, no one's going to be able to get around him. So you got Christian Russell and Stapleton on the outside there. Orman really got a good push from Russell, and we'll have to see if Orman tries to make a move on Alonso here anytime soon. We're coming to 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500. And how about teammates right there?
Yes.
Stapleton and Zidell.
Zidell needs help from Stapleton if he wants to win it. But right now, it's Joe Arvin Alonso out front in the Daytona 500. Nathan Ormond runs second and Christian Russell in third. 2 to go, coming to the line. Ormond wants help. He's not going to get it. Russell's going to go for it himself. I think now you have no teammates. Your friends are where you find them.
They definitely are, and here's my pick to win, Christian Russell. This time he has a little bit of help
Trying to
there.
look for the lead, but
inside.
Alonso blocks, and here comes Zidell going to third. Matthew Brown is going to go to the 4th position. Now here's the thing. Could lap traffic play a factor? CJ Williams will probably be the final lap car they catch up to. Here's Russell to the inside. Zidell trying to take it 3 wide. Into turn 3.
Got it. He's got it.
Russell to the inside.
I thought he had it.
Christian Russell to the lead, and they will catch up to the lap traffic as they come off of turn 4 for the white flag. CJ Williams will determine who wins this race. Lap traffic was a factor last year, will it be a factor this year? Russell trying to, oh, there goes Alonso to the outside. Could that be the move for the win? They're stacking them up. Russell inside, Alonso outside. Here, Joe Arvin Alonso takes the lead in the Daytona 500 for right now. But it's not over yet. Here comes Russell to the inside. Off of turn 2, but Alonso has a good draft off of 2 with help from Brown. Alonso takes the lead in the Daytona 500. If he wins, it will count as the last lap pass because Russell was in the lead at the white flag. Brown to second, Stapleton to third. Here they come to Mitchell Collins. Into the home stretch they come. Brown to the inside for the lead. Nanico blows up, and here Joe Arvin Alonso will come away with the Daytona 500 victory.
Well deserved there. Well deserved by Alonso. And I gotta say, too, here, this is an emotional one for him. His uncle passed away about a month ago. It's been a really tough month for him dealing with that, but this is it right here. This is a redemption win for Joe Arvin Alonso, and he is back in action here in the NOFSRL.
Lap traffic determined who would win the Daytona 500, and in the end, here Joe Arvin Alonso comes out the victor. What a day for the driver of the number 14. So we wait for the rest of the drivers to finish up. And we're good. It's official. We saw Casey Nanico in the 18 as well blow up. The issue was a gearbox issue. Has Alonso won recently in your series besides in the one he just got right now?
Last time he won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series was last year at Dover, so it's been a while for him.
Let's see, how many wins does he have in the NOFSRL? Wow, that's his second career NOFSRL win. Alonso, with his first win in the Cup Series, and it comes as a rookie in his Cup debut, his second win all-time in the NOFSRL. So we now show you the official results from the race. A great job by Alonso. Stapleton finishes second. Russell, your pick to win. Napa finishes fourth. Ormond comes home fifth. Caesar sixth. Tough break. That's a heartbreaker for Justin Zidell. He will have the most laps today. Probably the best car in the first half of the race. But just lost and just fell back.
Yeah, I think he was the guy to beat. I don't think anyone wanted to help him because they knew once he got up front that they wouldn't be able to pass him. And Zidell actually finished last in that pack right there. But I think it's still something how he clawed his way back up to that pack after getting stuck behind the lap traffic earlier on. But either way, like I mentioned with Alonso, definitely a redemption win for him. Great to see him grab the victory. And Joe Arvin Alonso's won the Daytona 500 in the NOFSRL.
Looking through 11 through 20 now, we've got Johnny Garner finishes 12th. Tough break for Polson to John Andrews. I think he was in the top 5 when we came down pit road for the green flag stops. Finishes 14th in the day.
John Andrews, our pole sitter, kind of surprised us there when he came back through the field, but he just wasn't a contender all weekend. I mean, he had the pole, but other than that, didn't do much in the dual race, didn't do much here. I mean, a 14th place finish isn't bad to start off the season. It's just the first race of the season for John Andrews, but expected a little bit more out of him. A little bit disappointed there. I wanted to see him contend for the win there, but either way, still had a great race here at Daytona, and I'm glad that we could do this with you. So thank you very much for letting me join you, Marty. I had a great time doing this race.
No problem, Napper. It was an awesome race. The next race will be in 2 weeks. It's the Arby's 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Join us then. It was a good one. I'll show you the rest of the official results as they come up onto your screen. Only 22 drivers finish on the lead lap, and we had about 33 drivers finish the race. So, congratulations to Hair Joe Arvin Alonso for winning the 5th annual Daytona 500 in the New Era Cup Series. For Napa fan, I am Marty Sakala. You have been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. Once again, congratulations to Hair Joe Arvin Alonso, the Daytona 500 winner. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks in Atlanta, and until then, peace out.